Welcome everyone. How are y'all?
Sorry.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Do we have Emily on here today?
Yeah, I need help.
Well, you math help, right? Because your other type of help I'm not good at.
Yeah. Oh.
Y'all know what today is?
Happy birthday.
It's our birthday's
It's
birthday.
my birthday. Wow, can y'all believe it?
So what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? We're going camping a little bit later. I love going camping, so that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna spend the weekend up at a new park we haven't been to yet. I cannot pronounce this word. Amonicola Falls. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, I heard it's beautiful, but we haven't been. You remember going?
Yeah, I went like with the waterfall or whatever.
Yep.
It was nice.
Yes, so we're looking forward to that. Although we don't really go camping, we go glamping. So we're renting a little cottage up there.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's good times, good times. So anybody want to guess my age? Is there one of your math problems?
40.
You said 40.
Oh, I've already
No,
told
no,
y'all.
Amber.
You're 40?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. Is that crazy?
You look a lot younger, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I think I think he's kind of his age though. Probably.
So much younger.
So- y'all look like little kids to me, so it's totally. I don't feel much older than y'all. I can tell you that. But then when I go in the classroom and I look around, I go, man, I am old.
Mm.
Well, what can I help y'all with?
I just have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead, Elise. What?
So did you get my review from email?
Yes, I did. I've gotten everybody's review. I haven't looked over anybody's yet because I got 20 algebra reviews and they had a lot of issues. So I spent an hour with them on the phone this morning going over theirs, and I haven't got a chance to look at y'all. So if there's any particular questions, let's pull that review guide up and answer any of those that we can to make sure, because today we would actually be taking a test if we were in class. So instead of taking a test, I wanted to make sure that, because you will have a test at the end of the year if we ever come back, and I don't want this Unit 5B to be missed with any issues you guys might have had. So we only really learned 3 things from this particular unit. It was quite small, but I've got the review guide up, so let me share my screen with it. If I can share, yep, and yep. So y'all should be able to see what my review guide looks like, which is the same as your review guide, but
Yeah.
why don't we just start at the beginning? I'll just go over 1 and 2, or I'll just go over 1, and then I'll give you a few minutes to see how y'all did for 2, because I only asked you to do the odd numbers.
Oh.
I did all of them.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Algebra only did because you guys only had like 15 problems and they had 38 problems. So I told them just to do the odd numbers. Sorry, y'all. Geometry was to do all of them. That's right. Sorry. So for 1, I would we know that based off 2 chord lengths that bisect each other in the center in a circle, that the segments of each chord multiplied together equals the segments of the opposite chord multiplied together. And what that means is chord segment, and we'll call that middle segment where they connect, we'll call that Z. So right here, point Z. So we can say that AZ times ZC is actually equal to DZ times ZB. Okay, so with that, we know what our links are, and we can just plug them in. So we can say 5y minus 3 times 2 is going to be equal to 8 times y. Well, now it's just algebra. So distributed property on the first one will give us 10y minus 6 is equal to 8y, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
I wish, no, Jay wrote me something. No, I don't have a stylus yet. I'm waiting on it to come in the mail. Sorry. So that's 2y would equal to a positive 6. How did I get that?
Please. Subtract 8 on both sides.
I did. I subtracted 8y from both sides. And then what did I do with the 6?
Divided by 2.
I added it to both sides.
Oh, yeah, you just
Yep.
added.
Yep. And so now I just divide by 2 and I get my y would be equal to 3. But this question said, what is the length of A all the way to C? Well, A all the way to C would be 5 times 2. Okay. I'm sorry, 3, not 2. 5 times, shoot, erase. 5 times, oh, look at there. I got lucky, I guess. 5 times 3 minus 3, right? 5 times 3 minus 3 plus 2. Well, 3 minus 3 is 0 times 5. 5 would be 0. That can't be right. No, it's 5.
Wait, I have a question.
I'm sorry. I wrote that all wrong. I know what I did wrong.
Wait, isn't the okay. Because I was like, what?
Yeah, it's 5. I wrote the parentheses minus, that's better. Minus 3 plus 2. That's better. All right, so that's 15 minus 3, which is 12. 15. 5 plus times 3 is 15. Minus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2, that means the length from AC is equal to 14. And that should have been your answer. Did everybody get 14?
Wait,
Yes, I'm waiting.
wait, I have a question. Wait, why did you like get 2y equals 6 when like aren't you supposed to subtract 10 from 8 or like
I got
am I
2,
crazy?
I got 2y equals 6.
Yeah, but like wouldn't it be like negative like wait like you would like subtract 10 and it would be like 6 equals 8y minus 10y? Am I crazy or like
Yeah, you're going crazy on this one. So
oh okay.
it's actually let me I've got a lot of things going on here. Okay. Just so we can see. So that's what we're originally trying to get to is this AZ, point Z is that middle point where they connect, times ZC. So AZ times ZC will equal DZ times BZ. AZ, though, is 5y minus 3, 5y minus 3 times 2, right? Times 2. And that's equal to 8y. Because D to Z is 8. B to Z is just y. So that's just 8y. Okay. Distributed property goes 10y minus 6 equals 8y. Okay. Now I subtract 8y here. So that means I have to subtract it on this side. So 10y minus 8y gives me 2y.
Yeah.
Right? Now the 6, I can't leave 6 over here. I actually have to add it to the other side. So that gives me a positive 6 over here.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yep.
I was like, what?
Okay. So y is equal to 3. And we put that 3 right here. So 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14.
Yeah. Okay, I get it now.
Mr. B,
Huh?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought you would multiply AZ times wait. Would you not multiply like the two lengths? So wouldn't it be like 5y minus 3 times 2?
To get the full length of AC, no, you add those lengths together.
Oh.
You only multiply them because that's the way the properties of the equations work out inside of a circle to make them equal. But to get the full length, you just add it together. Think about your radius, right? What do you do with if you got a radius in a circle? All right, think about it like this. Because what did we learn early on? That a chord is also what? Or a diameter is also
Yeah,
what?
right. A chord.
Diameter is also a chord, right? So,
Yeah.
so a radius is really just half a chord. So, so Carla, if I said, "Hey, you got a radius of 4," what would you tell me the diameter would be?
8.
Right. So, what did you do there?
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
You just, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You add
That
them, right?
explains. Because I
Okay.
got like 24 because I multiplied it by 2.
Yep. Yep. Nope. But you just once you get your y value,
Uh-huh.
you then take your full length, insert that y value, and add to get the full length. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Emily, you do now. For number 2, you do the exact same thing for number 1.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know why like they understand it. It's like that. I was just like, what? But okay.
Now let's look at.
Ah.
I'm going to erase some of this just so it gives me some room here. All right. So now we're looking for, on number 3, the x value again. And I think it's easier for us if we knew some points. And so I'm going to say A, the tangent, point of tangency is B. This over here is C. Point of tangency here is D, and this is E. Okay. And our rule told us that, what was it? It was B. What was it? It was B E times A E is equal to D E times C E. Okay. So that's our rule. What makes this difficult is we don't have a full length for C to E. And that's why the problem is to find the x value. So what we do have though is 12, that's B to E, times 12 plus 8 is 16, right? I know, 20. 20. See, I told you I'm getting old. 12 plus 8 is 20. Now, what we have over here is we know that DE is 10, but the full length from C to E is going to be times 10 plus X, or X plus 10. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, so over here we have 240 is equal to 100 plus 10X. Okay, then if we subtract 100 from both sides, we're going to get 140 is equal to 10X. And then if we divide that by 10 on both sides, simple algebra, we are going to get X is equal to 14. Is somebody getting a party started? Does that make sense? So X here would be 14. And the full length of that would be 24. Now, what's different about 4 from 3 is we just have a point of tangency here. And I believe it's probably, who's it going to be? I believe, let's see, Leslie. Leslie will know. When you have a point of tangency, Leslie, what is our formula, or what is our, kind of like I did over here, what would be our formula for point of tangency?
Oh, please do not ask me. I am trying to make sure that I did everything right, because
So you want me to skip you?
yes.
Mr. B, I have
Yes.
one more question again.
Yes.
How did you get 240?
20 times 12.
I got
Is that not
I
right?
got 160.
Did I do that wrong?
No, you're right. I think
Oh
it's
no,
still
my
40.
bad. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what I multiplied.
Maybe 8 times something? I don't know.
I did 8 times 12 plus 8. Does it have to be 12 times?
Yeah, 12 is the B to E. And then you multiply that times the full length, which is 12 plus 8, which is 20.
Okay.
Well, I think where I confused you was I said the full length of A to E, and I didn't say that 8 plus 12 is 20.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did 8 times 12 plus 8.
Is this Catherine?
No,
No, who's this?
it's Carla.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Catherine probably still don't have a way to talk to us.
Yeah.
Yep. So 12 plus times 20 is equal to the opposite side done the same way.
Okay.
All right. So let's look at 4. I'm going to put in some points again. A is the point there. B is the point of tangency. C is right here, the other opposite point of tangency. And D is our point that extends outside of the circle and connects. So our equation then is written like this. CD squared would also equal to BD, line of BD, segment BD, times AD, segment AD. Okay, so CD squared is just X squared, right? CD squared is just X squared. So the hardest part to these is just memorizing your formulas. And then BD is 4 times 7 plus 4. Okay, so here we've got 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus 4 is what, 15? So we actually have X squared is equal to 15. And we know when we take the square root, we get X is equal to just the square root of 15.
No, I think that should be 11. Then you
You
multiply
should
by
multiply by 4.
Oh, multiply by, that's 44. My
Yeah.
44. Yeah, so that's 44.
erase, yes. See, I do these things sometimes just to make sure you are watching, and obviously it works.
Mm,
Yeah, 44. Yeah. I thought I did this problem yesterday. It feels familiar. So 44, which 4 and 11. So if we reduce that, we're going to get X is equal to 2 times the square root of 11.
Yes, it did.
Yep, that's the answer. So X there is 2 times the square root of 11. Any questions on that one?
nope.
All right. So that's so far, well, that's 2 things that we learned regarding chords inside of a circle, segments outside of a circle, okay? And now we talked about circumference and angle sectors. And circumference, guys, I don't think I should go over that, right? I mean, that's pretty easy.
That's super easy.
Yeah. And most calculators have a circumference function in it, so you could probably not even worry about it. But if the radius is 8, the diameter is 16, right? And so 16 times 2 is 36. No, I'm sorry, 32 times 3.14, and that would give you the circumference. Pretty easy. Nothing hard there.
Mhm.
Where we get into hard stuff is finding the arc lengths. Now, again, the arc length, that's going to be a measurement, not a degree, okay? And there is our formula right there. So for number 7, you would just take 125. You would divide it by 360, okay? Because that would give us our ratio of just this segment here that we're looking for. You multiply that times 2 pi. Now our radius is 6 times 6, okay? And when you do all that, you should get 125 divided by 360 is 0.347 times 12 times 3.14. You should get 13.08 would be your length right here, 13.08. All right, let's do something else. Let's say that this arc now turns from a minor arc. Let's say it goes to a major arc, and now it's like 250, all right? Let's say it's 250. You would then know let's just say B now is over here, and this line's not here, and it's 250 there. Okay, you could say 250. Now I'm thinking since we went from 125 to 250, we multiplied by 2, right? So let's just see if it actually does increase to 26. So 250 divided by 360, right? It's 0.69. We multiply that times the 12, and then we multiply it by 3.14, and sure enough, it goes exactly to 26.167. Isn't that cool? Now, also, we could say, let's see if it works the opposite way, okay? Because now what we found was from B all the way to A, right? So now if we wanted to find this would just be 360 minus 250. 360.
110.
110. So now let's just say now we know that this full arc around here is 26.167. We can now tell how the full circumference of that circle, if we were just given that one angle, we would divide 110 by 360. That'd be 0.31 basically. Multiply by the same radius, which is 6 times 2 is 12, times 3.14, and you're going to get 11.51. 11.51. All right. If we add that plus 26.167, we will get 37.68. Okay, now we know just from that arc, let's see what the actual circumference is. Let's make sure we are correct. The circumference is just 2 pi r, right? Or 2d, or pi d. So we know our diameter is 12. So 12 times 3.14 is 37.68. Ain't that cool? So even though we just found that little sliver of an arc, we were able to conclude and confirm that yes, the circumference is 37.68. I just find that so cool. It's amazing what you find cool when you get 40. All right. So you do 8 the exact same way, okay? 8 is done the exact same way. You take that 75, divide by 360, multiply it by 2 times the radius.
No, but we have to find the radius for number 8.
There, I was waiting on somebody to say it.
Oh,
You can't do it the exact same way, right?
no.
So how are you going to do it?
You're going to do like, I don't know, like AC, like where's it only says C or whatever. So like, do we make it up?
I think you had.
How are you going to do it?
You're going to do like the 75 over 360 times 2 pi r.
Yep.
Then like we know that the arc length is 332.3, so set it equal to that.
Yeah, so what you're saying, I think what you're saying is I want to take this 32.3 that I have here as my arc length, 32 point. By the way, this must be a huge circle. Well, if it's in millimeters, it wouldn't be, but anyway, 32.3, and I want to set that up to equal 75 divided by 360 times 2 pi r. And then I'm just solving for my r there, right?
Yeah.
So I just work the problem backwards.
Yeah.
Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we just work that problem backwards. All right. Now, 9, 10, and 11 are just like the first ones, but does anybody have questions on those?
No.
Wait, hold on. For 7, the arc length is 13.07 or something around that, right?
Yes, it was. Yep, 13.08.
Okay. I just got 1 decimal point off, but that shouldn't matter.
No. I would just mark it wrong, Elise. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Oh.
All right. So,
Wait.
go ahead.
So, and then for the radius, like on the other one, I got 24.85, but then I did do 75 divided by 360 times 5, but then I didn't actually know what the diameter was, so I just like divided what I got from 75 divided by 360 times 3.14 by 32.3, and then divided what I got from that from 2, and I got 24.85.
Yeah, I got 24.65, but you're, I mean, I don't know. Let me see, make sure I did that right. That seems like a huge radius. Let me see, 75 divided by 360, all right, times 3.14 times 2. Okay, so I got 1.31. 1.31 is equal to, or 1.31 R is equal to 32.3. So divide by 1.31. Yeah, I got 24.66.
Mm.
Is that what you got?
I just got 24.85. How much do the decimals matter?
No, I mean, I'm wondering. I wonder how you got to 85. Did you must have divided by like more than 3.14, right? I mean, you multiplied probably by the full pi on your calculator.
I did do 3.14, but like maybe I went a little bit farther in like one decimal place, like maybe on the 75 divided by 360, or like somewhere in here.
Yeah, it could have been that. Yep, 375, 360 times pi. Okay, times 2 is 1. Well, 1 point. Well, shoot, I don't know.
Well, is it number 8, right?
Yes, number 8.
Yeah, I was doing this problem and I got to a place where I put the answer, like the 1 point something something, or like
Yeah,
I divided by,
1.31.
yeah, and I divide them, even check mine. So I solved it and I got to like 155.04, and I divided by 2 pi. It gave me a completely different answer. And I did it in another way, that I did 155.04 divided by 2, then divided by pi. It gave me a completely different answer. I was like, well, it does looks weird.
Yeah, I think the answer should be 24.66.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
24.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, hey, make sure that your calculator, Elise, is on degrees and not radians.
Yeah, I even tried it, but it gave me the same thing when I put it on radians.
Do y'all know what the difference on what that means, degrees and radians in your
Well,
calculator?
it's already on the it's not radiant.
It's on degrees? Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all did together as a class.
Yep, I remember doing it, but just want, do y'all know what that means, degrees versus radians? Like,
Not really.
Pi
But
equals
real quick, I'll show you. Like,
pi
degrees takes your calculator and says it's a straight line. Radians takes it and says, oh, it must have a little arch to it. So it's just, you see that difference in length,
yeah,
and it's based off the center of a circle. So if it's straight out, that's a degree. But then to get back, it's this radian part here that it measures. And if you put your calculator in radians mode, it actually has a little bit different function to make it a little bit longer. So that's where they come up with degrees versus radians. Engineers, we should always, well, we're not engineers, but for this math and a lot of engineering math, you would use degrees. So let's just talk about how you would set up problems 9, 10, and 11. Those are all segments or secants and tangents. And those are going to be where you multiply the lengths of both sides by the segment outside the circle and solve for the x value. So for like number 10, to set that problem up, we would have x times 4 plus x, and that would be equal to 5 times 5 plus 7. Okay, so x times 4 plus x is equal to 5 times 5 plus 7. Once you solve for x, you would have the right answer. So I think that's really it for that. And then over here, let's look at 13. 13 is just like we did earlier. You would take 2x times x plus 1. So 2x times x plus 1, okay? And all that would be equal to 16 times 7. And then you would solve mathematically from there. 14, you would actually, it would be, RS would be square rooted. So that'd be x plus 3 squared is equal to 4 times 5 plus 4, which is 9. Okay. So remember, trying to put those to memory, and I don't want to say rememorize because Catherine laughs at me every time. But really, if you've already had them to memory, you just need to remember them, and you should be good to go. Hey, let me look ahead. I want to just make sure what the next lesson is. We're going into distance and midpoint. I will post that probably on Monday. But it is not complicated, okay? Distance and midpoint is not very difficult. I'll just give you this link here. If you see this link from the PowerPoint, it doesn't work. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. But if you want to see where the distance formula comes from, just as a little teaser for Monday, this is just to get your appetite wet and excited about math. This is where the distance formula comes from. If you have a Cartesian plane, an x-coordinate graph, and you had, let's just say a triangle, or you had a line that stretched from here to here and from here to here, and it looks something like that, and you wanted to know the distance of that, well, you have points, right? There's an x and a y coordinate for that, and there's an x and a y coordinate for that, right? Well, to find that distance, you could say, well, I know if I just draw me a little line up and draw me a little line over, I've got a right triangle, right? I've got a right triangle. And then I know that this distance would have an x and y coordinate. And then where this connects up here, there's that x and y coordinate, right? There's this x and y coordinate, right? So really, I would just have a squared, which could be this coordinate, plus b squared, which would be that coordinate, would be equal to the square root of whatever this coordinate is, right? So that's why your distance formula will look like d, the distance from there to there, is equal to the square root of y sub 2. I'm sorry, now let's just start with the x's because it makes it a lot easier with the x's first. X sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? Squared, because that's what we're trying to get to. This is our a squared, our b squared, plus x sub 2, that's y sub 2, I'm sorry, y sub 1, yes. Y, dang it, this is so hard, minus y sub 1 squared. Okay, what does that look like? It looks just like this, doesn't it? Looks like the square root of the Pythagorean's theorem. So D will be our C. This is very easy. This is not complicated. But if you're done with your review guides, you feel confident on all those, and you're bored this weekend, even though it's going to be very beautiful, you can feel free to stay indoors and do some math. We all
Are
love
we gonna
math.
use this kind of formula for finding a circle? Like, what did they call it? I can't remember. I don't know. Well, anyways.
Yeah, no, I think we're pretty much, for right now, we're done with circles. We're moving on to more applications of distance and things like that.
Okay.
Wait, I don't mean to be bothersome,
You're
but
not.
like for number 10, like I
Yeah.
just don't I can't like put like the pieces together. Like I got, if you go back to that, I
Yep.
got,
Good
I haven't even
answer.
solved it yet, but like I got like 4x plus x squared equals 25 plus 35. I don't know how to like do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hang on.
Or
So
like,
it's not 25. Make sure that, okay,
oh, wait, what?
it's 5 times 35. I mean,
Oh.
not 35. 5 plus 7.
Equals, see,
is
like, I
12,
like think of like,
60. So what you have there is you're going to have. So explain, you got something, you said 5 times 7. Is that what you did?
I got like 4x plus x squared. Is that even correct?
Yes,
Like,
that's right. Yep, that's right.
and then like, I guess 5, 16, or like parentheses 16 or whatever.
5, well, it's 5 times 12.
Oh, sorry, not 12. I mean, yeah, 60. Sorry,
60,
don't-
that's right. Yep,
Yeah.
so you got x squared plus 4x, right,
Yeah.
is equal to 60, right?
Mhm.
All
And then
right.
like, I guess
Then what-
you'd like,
Then what do you do?
oh, you divide 60 by 4.
No,
And then,
you can't do
what?
that. They're unlike terms, right?
Oh,
Those are unlike terms. So we would have to, so what is that? Is that a dog or a penguin?
Yeah, it's a dog. My bad.
Look, okay. So I subtract 60 from both sides. So now I got x squared plus 4x minus 60. Okay. Now, what do you remember from 9th grade about this?
Oh my God.
What? Oh, sauce, it's not that bad. What do
wait.
y'all-
Oh, wait. What did you do? Equals 0 or whatever?
Yep, equals 0. Okay.
Volume.
Now, well, that was the easy part. Now, what do you do?
Then you like factor it.
Yes, you factor it. So what's factors of 60 that could equal 4? A positive 4.
Wait, let me think about it. Wait. Sorry, factoring is not my thing. Wait. Oh, wait.
This part. Think.
Wait, sorry, wait. What equals 60?
Well,
Oh, wait.
one times 60 will equal 60.
Well, I mean, duh. Like,
Two
wait,
times
hold up.
2 times
Oh,
3.
oh, 6 times 10 or whatever.
Yes. Excellent. So we got x on one side, x on the other is equal to 0, right? And so
Yeah.
we know that 10 and 6 will work, but we need that 4 to be positive, but we need a negative 60. So we'll just make this negative 6 and a positive 10, right? Now, when you set both of those equal to 0, you can only use the positive number because you cannot have a negative distance. You can't go back in time. You can't take a measurement and make it negative. You can't have a negative measurement. It starts at 0 and goes up. So x plus 10 will give us x is equal to a negative 10, right? If we were solving, so I can't use that. But I can say x minus 6 equals 0, add 6, and add 6, and I get x is equal to 6. That's your answer for 10.
Okay, well, that makes more sense.
And you would do the same thing for 9, although 9's a little bit, would y'all want to go over 9? It's a little bit harder.
Sure.
Not really, but yeah.
All right, real quick. It won't take but a minute. And then we can all go and have a wonderful weekend. Okay, so here I have over here, this is my exterior segment that added or multiplied by the whole length would equal to this times its whole length. So this is a challenging problem, but we go 6 times 15 plus 6, okay, is going to equal, why did I do that? It's going to equal 2x, 2 plus x times 2 plus x plus 2x plus 1. Okay. All right. So rewriting this, we're going to have still 2 plus x, and I'm going to put that in parentheses, times, now 2 plus 1 is 3. So and x plus 2x is 3x. So I got 3x plus 3. Okay. 3x plus 3. All right. And then all that will be equal to 15 plus 6 times 6 is 126. All that's equal to 126. Now I use my FOIL method or my order of operations on this side to get me 6x, excuse me, 6x plus 6 plus 3x squared plus 3x. All that would equal to 126. Now I combine and I would get 3x squared plus 9x plus 6 equals to 126. Okay. Now you can do a couple of things here. You can factor probably. You could probably factor by bringing the 126 over and subtracting it from 6. 126 minus 6 will be a negative 120. I know that 120 is a factor of 3. So I would say 3x squared plus 9x minus 120 is equal to 0. Now, I can factor this by dividing everything by 3. So I'd have 3, okay, that'd be x squared plus 3x minus 40 is equal to 0. Now 40, what numbers could get to 3 from 40? Well, 2 and 10, that sure can't. 8 and 5, yeah, that'll get me to 40, right?
Yeah.
So let me see, page down. So if I said 3, I still got to keep my 3 there. Draw.
Divided by
3 is equal to x, and then x over here, okay, is equal to 0. Well, I just said that 8 and 5, so 8 here and 5 there, right? And I need my 3 to be positive, so I'm going to say plus 8 here and minus 5 there. So I got 3 times x minus 5 times x plus 8. That's x plus 8 right there, equals to 0. Now I cannot use 3 cannot equal to 0, so that cancels that out. And then my x plus 8, if I set that equal to 0, I'll have a negative 8, so that's gone. So really all I have for 9, which I started way over here, and now I'm way over here, x would be equal to 5.
Wait, what if you have factored this one out straight from back here?
I'm sorry, say that. What is it, Osas?
Like, what if you factor out the numbers right from here instead of like going to this part? So like for me, I factored it out from there and I got 24 and 5. So like the 24 had a positive on the first side. Like, so this part has 24 plus 24 and I had negative 5 here. So yeah.
Here, why don't you, hang on 1 second. Okay, and now hang on, let me do something else. You're the host now. Let me see if I can give
Oh my
you,
God.
yeah, remote. All right, show me on my screen for everybody what you're talking about. I'm gonna erase this at the bottom, and then I want you to draw down at the bottom area here what you're talking about. All right.
Right here.
Yep. Go ahead and draw.
Okay, so what I said, I did 3, so I did that. Oh,
There you are. Yeah.
okay, I did that, and I did 3x.
You could draw with your finger. Oh, maybe not. Go ahead.
Well, my computer doesn't have that like
Yeah, that's
screen kind of.
That's cool.
That's hard. Okay, then I had plus 24, so I just found the multiple of 120 that will add and subtract. That will give me 9. So I had 24.
So you got 3x plus 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
then I put the parentheses, then I
Uh-huh.
had x, well, I put the second one, then I had x.
I can't read that. What does that say?
I know it's hard. Don't even write it.
It's 3x.
Yeah,
3x plus 24. X minus 5.
5. Then I put
Okay.
it equal to 0.
Okay. All right. Well, hang on right there. This other factor, 3x plus 24, you have here, Osas, 3x plus
Yeah.
24.
Yeah,
That's a factor. If I take 3 out, I get x plus 8, right?
yeah.
3 on the outside, and then x minus 5. It's the same thing I got.
Oh, maybe I
See, it's the same exact thing.
So what if you just subtract? So let's say if you set this one to oh, I didn't put the negative. So now I see why. I didn't put the
Yep.
negative.
3 can't equal 0, so I get rid of my 3. X plus 8 got to give me a negative 8. X minus 5 gives me a positive 5, so that's the only one I can use.
Yeah, I didn't put the negative there.
Well, that's a really class for today, everybody. Unless there's other questions.
Wait. So it's due today, right? The study
Yes.
review.
Yes.
Okay. Can I send another one because I feel like I made a little mistake?
You can submit whatever you would like. All I need to see is that you've completed it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to mark in Synergy is that it was completed and turned in on time.
Okay.
What if you're not accurate? Like, what if you like get a question wrong? Will you still mark that wrong or no?
I'm going to mark it wrong just so you know that it was wrong, but it's not going to count against the grade.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Wait.
want you to know what is wrong so that way you can learn how to correct it. So when we do take a test on this material, you'll know, oh, okay, well, I know how to do that now.
Yeah, are we gonna use the USA test prep? When are we gonna use it?
Next week.
Monday or Tuesday or what?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna see how far we get in our lesson start next week, and then I'm gonna create a USA test prep based off what we talked about in our lectures.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a question.
Never-ending questions. Okay, I don't think I got number 13 correct. Like, I got 6272. I don't know if that's correct. Like, I don't think.
6272.
Yeah.
What is 6272?
Oh wait, I equaled it to each other. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me just explain. So I got like x equals 56, right?
You got x equals. Why my computer is now not working? Hang on one second. I'm messed up here. Hey, Osas.
Hmm?
Hit
Yes.
on your. You should go to your name and hit. So you're controlling my screen. Hit me by here. Okay, I got it. All right,
Okay.
we're good. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Emily.
I got x equals 56, right? Is that correct?
Probably not. That sounds too large.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, what's 16 plus 7? So it's going to be
Oh,
some.
plus 7?
It's going to be something. It's going to be something close to 23, I would imagine. So I think
16
56.
times 7. No, it's 16 times 7, isn't it? Because it's like.
Yeah, 16 times 7.
Yeah, but remember to find the length, the true length of D to F, it's 16 plus 7. Just in our formula to find the X values, we use 16 times 7.
Yeah.
All right, so hang on. Let me. We'll just do it. It won't take long. I don't want
Sorry,
anybody.
I literally.
Hey, look, if other people get this and you don't need any help, y'all feel free. I mean, you don't have to stay on, but if you want to watch, feel free to.
I got a question.
Yes,
How
Caleb.
do you like?
I didn't know I allowed you in the room.
Yeah.
You didn't what?
I didn't think I allowed you in. How'd you get in?
I mean, I just joined kind of late, and it just let me in.
Oh my gosh, I got to change. I put everybody but a guy named Caleb can enter. Wow. So you had a question too about 13?
No, I just have a question. Like, how do you write on this? Because you said you were taking it like when we turn it in, but I don't really know how to edit it.
Oh, you have to print it out and write on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or I mean, you can do the work on here if it's in Word. You just go up to your top control bar, your toolbar up top. And if you look, I have this function called draw, and I'm drawing on it. You can do it
and
like
then,
that, or you could print it out like Emily said. And most people are printing them out and taking a picture of them and then sending me via email. But look, if you take a picture of it, there's a couple ways to do it. If you decide just to take a picture like you normally would, you got to get pretty close
yeah.
to the thing and take a snapshot. And then so that way, if not, it'll be kind of blurry. Or you can go to your notes page, notes app, and in there, there's a function on how to scan. And it's free, which is really cool. So you go to open up your notes app, and when you do, you'll click new note. And when you click new note, there'll be a camera in there. And that actually is a scanner. You have to actually stretch and augment the dimensions like you would online on your computer. But that is a scanner, and it makes a really clean picture.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, anytime.
Hmm.
All right, so let's do 13 real quick. If you know how to do 13, like I said earlier, no reason if you don't want to. If there's other things you got to do, feel free. If you feel pretty good handle on these Unit 5B, then I'm not going to hold you up or anything. All right, so let's look at 13 here. I've got all this cleared now. So 13, EC, and it's given us all of our dimensions there, D to L. And so what we know is, and I'm going to write that up here, I'm going to say DL, segment DL times LF is equal to EL times LC, okay? LC, we used to watch this show probably before your time called Laguna Beach, and every time I hear LC, I think of Lauren Conrad. But anyway, sorry, I had to drink some coffee. So I got 16 times 7. Now, that's not my length. That is not my length of the line segment DF. This is just a ratio we're doing. This is just for ratio purposes, okay? So 16 times 7 is equal to 1 plus x times 2x, okay? 1 plus x times 2x. All right, so 16 times 7, 16 times 7 is 112. And that's equal to 2x plus 2x squared, okay?
Oh,
2x plus 2x squared. Now I can rewrite my problem as 2x squared plus 2x minus 112, okay?
which equals 0.
And that's equal to 0, yes. And then we divide by 2. Factor out 2. So we get x squared plus x, and then 112 divided by 2 is
That's 60, no, 56 probably.
Yep, it's minus 56. I think this is where you're getting your 56, Emily.
That's probably where I got it from.
Yeah, and now 56, that's 8 and 7. 8 times 7 will give me a 1. So x plus 8, because I need the x to be positive, and x minus 7 is equal to 0. So I can't use my x plus 8 because that'll be x will be equal to a negative 8.
Mm-hmm.
But I can use x minus 7. So if I said x minus 7 equals to 0, I add 7 to both sides, and I get x would equal to 7. So 7 is my x value. X is equal to 7 here.
Yeah.
But my line EC is actually 8 because 1 plus 7 is 8. And 7 times 2 is 14, right?
That's
so 14 plus 8 is 22.
22, yeah.
Now, see, I said it would be close to 23, so it's pretty close. So, yep, the answer for line EC is equal to 22.
Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know why this the whole thing is confusing me. Something's wrong, but yeah.
Caleb, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Leslie, I know you're on mute, but do you understand how we got that?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Now, 14, you have to set x plus 3. You have to square it and set that equal to 24.
That'd be x squared plus 9.
What's that?
It'd be x squared plus 9.
Well, it'll be 4 times 9, which will be 4. Wait, it's be 4 times 9, which is 4 times 9, which is 36. So it'd be x plus 3 squared equals to 36.
And then like you would like, or would you do x plus 3
Squared.
squared?
Yep.
Oh, so it'd be 9 squared. Wait, right? No, wait, sorry, wait. Sorry, I don't know.
Where are we getting the 9 from?
I thought you would square 3 and 2 because 3 times 3 squared is 9. Or am I like doing something wrong? And wait.
Let's look at something here. Let's look at something so we're all on the same page. I know where you're getting the 9 from, and I want to make sure you don't get a 9. I mean, you should get a 9, but not yet. Not like that.
Yeah.
All right, so draw. So x plus 3 squared. What actually is that? I mean, it is x plus 3 squared, but what's another way I can write that?
X squared plus 6x.
Yes, x squared. All right, so you can rewrite it like this: x plus 3, right, times x plus 3.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually equal to x squared plus 6x plus 9. And all that equals 36. So then you bring the 36 over, so 9 minus 36 is 27, a negative 27. And I know that 9 minus 3 would give me 6, and I know that 9 times 3 is 27. So really I have x over here and x over here. All that's equal to 0, and I have a plus 9, and I have a minus 3, okay? And I can't use the x plus 9 because that'll give me x is equal to negative 9. So x must equal 3.
Wait. Oh, it's plus 9. Okay, that makes sense. So
that's R equals. So when we plug into SR, we use the same method like the x squared stuff.
So for XR, good point. No, that's a great question. Nope, it's just you plug in the 3. So x is equal to 3. So 3 plus 3 SR would be equal to 6.
That's one of the mistakes I made too.
And I mean, even though we're not supposed to assume in geometry, you can see that QR does look a little shorter than SR.
yeah, so
These are fun, aren't they? I love these.
I don't like these at all.
Well, just remember, there's only a few equations in this one, and
Yeah.
the hard part is factoring. I mean, making sure you set the problem up correctly to factor.
Yeah, I don't know how you factor so fast. Like, I have to like think for like 5 minutes. I gotta be like,
Well, it's funny because I guess it's luck that ninth graders algebra, honors algebra, this whole unit that you're in circles, they're in factoring.
oh, so you've been like getting the hang of it.
Constantly. I mean, it's amazing how many problems I think I've done more factoring now than I've ever done in my life.
Are you gonna post an answer sheet?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to go over the most missed questions on Monday.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to make sure that we got them all correct.
Most
You
missed
said the
questions.
grade is just turning it in, right?
That's right. Making sure
Okay,
that you've completed every problem.
Are we
I'm
gonna play
gonna
some more
try,
math?
but I'm telling you, it might be bad.
Well, just try your best, Caleb, and then we'll go over what's wrong. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are we gonna go over it on the Zoom meeting or whatever?
Yes.
Should I start coming to these daily?
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
I have. We have them every single day at 10:30 for geometry.
Okay, one time I tried to join and like it wouldn't let me. Like it was like 10:34 and I like was trying to join.
Oh, see,
And-
I had the Caleb block today, but he came in through the iPhone. I had the Emily block that day, I guess.
Oh,
It's just random. Each day a student gets blocked.
It's
oh,
off.
Yep.
But
Well, if there's no more, I mean, feel free to email me anytime. Okay. This is a unique way to learn. I know it's probably tough on y'all. I'm sorry you're having to go through this, but I would say if I could relate something to you, and I find kind of similar to the situation y'all are in, or the situation I found myself in my senior year of high school. I graduated in 1998, so that shows how long ago it was. 98. I mean, y'all probably don't even know what the 90s were. Probably weren't even born until after
No.
2000.
that's just 2 years after 2000.
that's like 2 years before 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
I mean-
we have learned math. I am proud of y'all. What year were y'all born? What year were y'all born?
2004.
Oh, 3.
2003. Just 3 years.
That's crazy. All right, but anyway, my school, senior year of high school, we had 3 or 4 months left to go to graduate. A tornado, at the time, it's still recorded as one of the top 5 tornadoes of all time.
Oh, in Kansas?
No,
Oh.
this was in Alabama.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I literally saw that somewhere.
It's massive tornado. It stretched for like 20 some odd miles, and it was 2.5 miles across. So it was just
Yeah, and it killed like
massive.
300 people.
It killed 37 people just out of my
Oh.
community. Yeah, Tuscaloosa, it killed 100 or so. I mean, it was just massive. And it completely decimated our school. I mean, from every brick, there wasn't anything left standing. Unbelievable. A couple of kids from our school passed away. Nobody from my senior class, but one of my somebody that graduated with me, her sister was killed. But it was just a bad storm. And so for 2 months, we didn't have school. We didn't have internet. We didn't have internet back then. We didn't have anything. And here's the other thing. There wasn't no such thing as the cloud. So the way you save data is on floppy disk or hard drives, right? And there wasn't any cloud or servers or anything like that to store the data. So everything was stored at the local machine at the school. So all the computers were destroyed. So they had absolutely no grades unless the teacher brought home their grade book. And fortunately, some of them did. So we actually had to go to a alternative school. So with 2 months we were out of school before they finally got this other school set up that was nothing but a bunch of tents and trailers. And so our first day of school, we go there and the news media is like all over the place and they're interviewing us. I got on the news. My friend got on the news. It was just ridiculous because we had to go to this alternative school that was nothing but tents and trailers. And that's how we had to have school our last month of school. And we actually had class. I mean, we had school, we got graded on what we could grade. And so it's similar to kind of what you guys are going through, except y'all have the ability to keep learning, which I guess is either good for you or sad for you. But we had basically a 2-month break right in the middle of, start of spring, April. It was April the 4th, 1998, the tornado came through. So it's kind of, yeah.
That's actually sucky. For your last senior year, it's kind of like a.
Yeah, it was 4 weeks. I'm sorry, it was 4 weeks we were out of school, and we only had another 6 weeks to graduate. So yeah, it was really neat. It was kind of an experience, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but I heard that they not the rumors or anything, but I'm not pretty sure that they're gonna cancel school, so we don't have any more grades.
Well, here's what I've heard. We're definitely done through March. So March 31st, school is out. Which how many more weeks is that? That's just next week and the following week. Well, next week is spring break, right? Or when is spring?
It's the first full week of April, right?
No, it's the second week of April for spring break.
The first full week of April, yeah.
The first full week.
Yep. So it starts April 6th. So they're saying we're definitely not going to come back to school April the 1st. I mean, why come back for just 3 days, right? So we're probably not going to come back until April the 13th, and that's what I know as of right now.
I don't know why my dad, he was like, oh yeah, you better talk to your math teacher because they might cancel classes or whatever. And I'm like,
as of right now, no.
That'd be hard.
And if you watch the news closely, they've got 3 drugs that are already
Yeah,
here we use
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
that have shown results in other countries, and so the FDA is now just going to try those drugs that are already proven to work on other diseases, just to make sure that there's no harmful effects for taking it for coronavirus or any other bad side effects. And if those work, then people can be treated like you would treat the flu with like one of those packs. You ever seen those packs that you get, like steroid packs or Tamiflu packs, where you take 5 pills for 1 day, and then 4 pills the next day, and 3 pills until the
Oh
last.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And so if they get that, there's not really a worry. You get coronavirus, you go to the doctor, you take a few pills over a week, and you're done. So I think we might see a tapering off of this, or even if it's not a tapering off, the people that do get sick, there will be some sort of remedy before a full vaccine is created, which is about
Yeah.
12 months away.
I want everybody to get better, but I just don't want school anymore.
Who said that?
Me, Leslie.
Well, Leslie, gosh, I mean, you're having school right now.
Oh,
I know, and I should be asleep.
I don't. What is it with y'all's generation? You just want to sleep all the
Because
time.
I don't get
I
any.
mean, like I don't
I
know.
never get
Literally, I tried to join like every day this week, and I was asleep.
Yeah, like I was like,
This is the first time I've ever joined. and
Why do
it's
y'all
30 minutes
sleep?
late.
It's been a
Because
beautiful.
after school and after practice, you just have to do all your homework, and then you get like 2 hours of sleep. Every
yeah,
single
like literally, like
I mean, how much homework do y'all have now? Hardly none, right?
no, I
My
have a lot
Spanish
of-
I
teacher
got a
gives me
lot.
so much work.
Yeah, I have like hours of homework each day, and I'm
Like,
like,
everybody's failing.
Well, they're only supposed to give you no more than 30 minutes of work.
oh my
She's
No.
God.
giving us about 30 hours.
I'm
Oh.
telling like the first day like I did my Spanish work, it took me about 3 hours to complete the assignment.
yeah,
Oh,
like this
wow.
is 30 minutes of
It's
work.
multiple worksheets,
Unbelievably-
multiple video things. There's 400 assignments on BHL Central.
Yeah, I
400.
know, right? BHL Central has so much to do. Like,
No, like actually 400. Like it says 400. It's due by like May 31st. Like I'm literally gonna cry.
are you?
Hopefully we have school before then, so we don't gotta do VHL Central.
Yeah, I hate BHL Central. That's
I hate
whack.
Look at the answers.
Y'all are telling me something. I guess I need to assign more work than.
What?
No.
No.
The only class I haven't done anything in all.
Well, that's
I
horrible.
could barely even find your work until today.
Are you not getting on my blog? I've created
No.
this like beautiful
I
blog
mean,
just for y'all.
I watched 2 videos, and that was it.
Look, you're hurting my feelings. You probably won't ever use Spanish again in your life, and yet you're worried about Spanish?
Okay,
Come
yeah,
on.
like
Everybody's
like a
Spanish.
use a circumference or whatever. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I am. Wait.
You might, if you want to go into engineering, architectural, something
I don't
like
have the
that.
patience for all that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm.
Landscaping design, interior design, clothes, all that requires math.
I know.
Yeah, you can just use a tape measure.
Yeah, that works. I'll just use that.
And for Spanish, I could just use Google Translator.
That's what I've been doing.
Yep,
Yeah, that's what.
And I still don't understand.
that's what I do for my renters. I go and they're like, "Hey, we got an issue," and they send it to me in Spanish, and I just Google Translate, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, I understand how to fix that."
Definitely.
All right, well, I wish it was more fun math than this, but hang in there. We'll be done before you know it. So let me know if y'all have any other questions. If not, I will post this Zoom video to YouTube, and I'll put a link to my blog. So if y'all need to watch it again.
I have a question. Have
Yes.
y'all been able to see me?
Yes.
What?
We can see you right now.
Yeah, I see you right now.
Yeah, we're seeing it right now.
What? Wait, I can't see myself though. That's the thing.
You can't.
I don't know what it was. I didn't think you could see me like this. Okay, well,
Yeah, you
Wait,
gotta
you
turn.
can't see yourself?
no, I can't see myself. I have like a blank screen or whatever.
Yeah, we see
That's
OSauce.
weird.
I see OSauce. I see you. I don't see anybody else though.
I don't see Mr. B though.
And you're
Yeah,
not you're not
so-
about to see me, so we're not worried about that.
Oh, you don't want to be seen?
No, because I don't. I just get up out of bed and come down here in the morning and start working.
That's exactly what I did.
Yep.
I-
Yeah, I look busted right now, so
a piece of tape on my camera just in case I forgot to click no video.
Yes, that's smart.
Really?
That
Oh,
is very
Yes.
smart. But Osas, you look so wonderful. I mean, I want to see you every day.
yeah. I mean, I just wake
Nothing
up
about
in the
me?
morning. I just wake up in the morning, take my bath, and come downstairs. So
You can say a guy can say stuff about guys, but if I say something about you, I might get taken the wrong way, and then all of a sudden
Oh, yeah.
cops are at my door.
Funny.
All right. Well, hey, y'all have a good rest of y'all's weekend. Okay.
All
You
right.
too.
All right. See y'all later.
Thank you. Happy
Bye.
birthday.
Bye.
Oh, thank you
Yeah,
so
have
much, Leslie.
fun.
Thank you, Emily. Y'all take care. Bye bye.
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 bye.